I would like to start as a sports person, especially fast bowler in India. Awareness is very minimal because I feel we are not developed from childhood. Because I am being a tennis ball cricketer, suddenly the highest standard of cricket is being introduced as an accident. We don't know because I started holding the cricket ball itself at 1998. Then I end up playing for the country at 2001, 2002. Within the span of 3 years, my elevation and the growth in cricket has shot up. Then I realized I didn't know that much knowledge to have how to take care of the body, and there is hardly any time. You know about in India in cricket, so every gully cricketer who wants to be thriving to be a international cricketer, sometimes luck favors in your way. So sometimes everything happens so fast. So suddenly a breaking point when everything come into realization, where the body starts giving up because the international demand is huge. So that's when I felt a little bit uncomfortable because had been anything like been like started very early, if the cricketer has started 12 years, 30 years, 13 years, so you have time to invest on your body. Suddenly 17 and 19 you end up playing international sport. So that's when I felt a little bit uncomfortable, that awareness side.
Okay, brilliant. There is a direct synergy here between the topic what I was supposed to talk and what he's implying. First thing is, what is long-term athletic development? Can anybody tell me the definition of LTAD? Any hands up? Any hands up? Okay. Sorry? Train to play. It's actually a system and the process in place where you train for competition with lots of process and protocols for various age groups, setting into a system over a period of time. So, unfortunately, I think, frankly speaking, from my experience over past 25 years in this field, long-term athletic development has been catch them young and kill them soon. That's reality. And we don't like to talk about reality. We like to push it under the blanket and give a very rosy picture. Definitely not. We are miles away in reaching. I'm sure Mr. Charles Borromeo would endorse my point of view because there are so many things to be done as far as LTAD is concerned. So it's a process in place. As far as when Bala was talking about now, regarding he started to train when he was only 17. I mean, get into cricket when he was only 17 from transition from tennis ball to a cricket ball.
Yeah, that's why I'm coming. Training was not in our system those days. I mean, I started in early part of 2000 is like something running is the only training. Go to the ground and run. So again, you bowl another 22 overs in a day and end up running all day. And there is no strength and conditioning kind of awareness because only in international level those days you get little bit of awareness because professionals were there in international setup. But when it comes to first class, if you break it down to the minimal point, under 19 to all these things were little bit, those days was different. Then later on, NCA came and NCA started, I mean, for them it's first time in India, so they also were learning about injuries and everything. So cricketers now at least have some kind of this has opened up. This has opened up many
Absolutely.
eyes because there are so many elements in a sports person career where it makes it is for me it's like going there is okay. You have thrived 1 billion people. Yes, it's hard, but you still get there. But staying there for 15 years, it's something which is which is you really have to take care of your own body. If you look at Tiger Woods, if you look at Roger Federer, the longevity, and now Dhoni and Sachin has played till 40, and people have now got that kind of awareness because they are able to last long for such a long time. So now this generation have that kind of knowledge, not that internet knowledge, but at least that conclaves and all this exposure gives them kind of a knowledge to start early.
Absolutely, absolutely. Here comes Sachin and Dhoni are not rules. They are exception. Roger Federer is not a rule, is an exception. So we look at only exception as an example. It cannot be. Somebody like John T, John T, I mean, who has redefined fitness and fielding.
I still remember, John T, the diving run out of Inzamam. So that is
And
when
he's a very
the
self-effacing
fitness was
man.
defined in 1992 World Cup.
Very self-effacing man, and he is redefined and taken to a different level altogether. See, that's when people started to talk about fitness, strength and conditioning, speed, agility, quickness, anticipation, reaction time, peripheral awareness, etc., etc., etc. So it started at that point of time specific for cricket. Whereas other sport, over a period of time, it has remained stagnant. Okay? One of the problem areas in India, definitely in India, it's not, I won't be able to talk about the Western countries or developed countries, is the process in place. How do a sports person goes through a process? Very important. If I can have access to just one slide. Is it okay? Can I have an access to my PPT? Just one or two slides I'll show you. Next, please. Can I have the... This is... Okay. Can I play this video, please, if possible? Just... Is it on? Sometimes it can be very cliched. Some of the words can be very cliched. The reality is different from what we are talking in PPT. We see an end product. End product is totally a different ball game when compared to the process when you're starting from fresh. Okay. Is it not happening? Okay. We'll go to the next one. Don't waste time on that. What is this? It's not happening too. Okay. We are talking about positives. I want to, Okay. One of the very basic synergy flow. When the player comes to you, these are the basic parameters need to be considered before embarking on anything specific. How many of us do it? If we are injured, we directly, I see a hand going up, very good. So this is one of the process which has to be general, it's universal factor. See a sports medicine doctor, do a medical screening, complete medical screening. There are certain cases where players who haven't done a medical screening end up with serious injuries, serious medical issues. We know one person who was a superstar of Indian cricket, post-World Cup. You know, if we would have done a medical screening at that point of time, things would have been different. Then the physio comes and does all sort of every test possible, whatever assessments and FMS screenings, etc., etc. Then comes the SNC coaches regarding the fitness testing. Then comes the recovery specialist. I would include nutritionists also into the recovery specialist role, because very important is what you eat and what you train. It's 50-50. And again, another 50 would be your recovery, another 50%. So your training, your recovery, and your food, these three play a very vital role in performance enhancement over a period of time. Okay? Next, we'll sit down now. Bala, could you tell me more about your lower back injury?
Yeah, in 2004 I was playing in Pakistan, so suddenly I started feeling, first time out of my 6 years of continuous playing of cricket, there was one season where I played around 28 first class matches that included international test game, India A series and the first class season. So end of that 2004 and we went to Australia. So I played the one day series, VB series there, and then followed by Australia, first time 19 years that friendship series happened in Pakistan. So that's when I first felt there was a slight weakness in my back and there was stiffness, and that's unusual because normally I'm a little bit kind of a bowler who enjoys bowling, endurance. I sometimes end up bowling around 30 overs in first class games because that's how it is in Indian cricket. If you're a primary bowler, you do the maximum load. So no problem till then. So suddenly in 2004, I felt then Andrew Leap was one of our physio and the team management. I informed them. Then slowly, it wasn't that big major threat for me to stop bowling. So after the series got over, and again we played a Champions Trophy in England in September. That's when I really exaggerated my body into a worse situation where I just collapsed. I couldn't stand and I couldn't, the early morning stiffness, if you add back injuries, the morning stiffness will be the worst one. So again and again, then a lot of scans were not able to tell exactly what it is. So that was the starting point. Then we did a 34 slice CT scan where it just missed it. So probably that would be the reason not to diagnose. The first 3 months I managed and played. And later on, then I was sent to Australia to diagnose. And the first day when they find out, Alex Contoris was there and Australian physio. So he asked me to bowl and come back, and bone scan showed there was a fracture. So it took some time. But again, I tried bowling, it reopened. So the fracture place reopened. I played Irani Trophy and broke down in between. So I was not sure. 1 year it's been going on like that. The injury was literally the darkest hour, I'd say, any cricketer or any sports person. If you ask them what is the worst time you undergo, the darkest hour of your not certain about what is your future is going to be. So it took, then I finally took a decision. I did all my research because less awareness was there. I will not blame on anybody, like most of the, yeah, I will not
15
blame
years
on
back.
anybody, but I had to do my, because as a sports person's perspective, I feel you have to take responsibility for your own decision making. So instead of buying in from different people and just giving you a body, I started doing a lot of research. That's when I just sent my scan reports and my professional activities and everything to across the world surgeons. Then I come across some paper of fast bowling thesis about 17 fast bowlers has been underwent this surgery and came back to bowl. So that's what I wanted. I don't want to do a surgery where a couple of surgeons in India have told me openly that I cannot do it because it's a sports injury. I can only make a normal person walk. So getting back to your international sports standard, then it's not me. So it was open enough for them. Then I went to England and underwent a surgery and completely I have to remodel my action. So you were there. We both used to go to all the places and find out biomechanist from A to Z. We had to do every.
I would like to share one thing here is it was one of the most traumatic period to see a sportsman, you know, having so much of self-doubt, and you were talking about emotional disturbance for a sports person. This is one of the worst thing to have for any sports person, to get injured and to feel that you are left alone to fend for yourself. That's pretty sad though here, and injuries, it's bad anyway, especially something like a serious career-threatening injuries can be totally devastating. Please continue.
Yeah, after that I had the belief, at least I have fixed the problem, at least even if I am not able to make it again, at least I have a kind of thing. There was one option which I filled and then failed. So I called up Shane Bond, I called up a couple of physios across the world. So how was it? Who underwent the similar surgery? So he had to come back. So I needed to do a lot of research, a lot of phone calling to different people, which I'm not comfortable. That stage, like 2003 and 4, international calls are not easy like how it is. So we have to do a lot of things. Then I remodeled my action, and IPL was my 2000 IPL gave me a break of there was some place where I can test my body. The first match of IPL, I missed the 2000 inaugural year first 5 matches. Then I played. I got a hat trick in the second game. That gave me a fulfilling because there was some sense of fight and resilience in me to made me come back. So it was from there I made my come back into the Indian team for a couple of times. Then World Cup was one of my dream. 2012 dream was fulfilled, and now I'm a coach. So I just why I came here is I want to know as a coach's perspective how to look at, because you cannot do something on the field because you are always behind the doors. So from the fitness perspective, injury, now you get to see a lot of players are injured. So Hardik injured and Nitin Saini was having a little bit of uncomfort. As a support staff, I need to understand the emotion because I had undergone that emotion. So I need to relate to that emotion to help these guys. And if the coaches gets even the equivalent awareness, it will be much more beneficial for them.
Okay, perfect. That's one very important factor is the synergy between the strength and conditioning coach, the physio, the sports med doctor, and the coaches. Very important. That's when one of the success stories for as far as injury, top class international player coming out of life, literally career threatening injury. And Bala was the first, I think if I'm not wrong, he was the first fast bowler, Indian fast bowler, to get a stress fracture. I think previously it was nothing related to stress fracture. Maybe we didn't know it was a stress fracture, so we were not aware of it at that point of time. So as far as the data goes, as far as thing goes, Balaji, I think is the first fast bowler to get operated as far as lower back stress fracture is concerned. So it was a pretty challenging uphill task because we also didn't know how to approach. It's like shooting in the dark. I cannot say that we knew everything about biomechanics, exercise physiology, sports science, etc. We are also shooting in the dark, but we shot the right target. We have to be very honest about it because nearly 15, 18 years back, sports science was not really well developed. We didn't have Googles or YouTubes to refer. So for us to refer and have instant Einsteins and Bertrand Russells here. So idea is, it was a slow process, but it was a successful process. One of the key takeaway is this the synergy. What we are supposed to talk is between the coach, between the surgeon, sports medicine expert, the physio who took care of him, the coach who took care of him, Raman, W.V. Raman, and myself a bit, and the local physio. So we all work together in tandem without having any egos, and we cannot know everything under the sun. Whatever knowledge we have, we shared our knowledge,
I
we
think
shared our experience.
it's about trial and error only, Ramji.
It was a
Nobody
trial
was
and error.
certain about what is going to work, what is not going to work. So it is about like, be very honest
Absolutely.
from the support staff's perspective as well as players' perspective. You have to be very honest. You have to have the trust. So I feel injury coming back from an injury most of the time is that positive people around.
Absolutely.
And you should be having absolutely without any doubt. You should having every day is a process. You should not think too long. I'm going to make a comeback in this particular time and that
Yes.
particular. You should always let your body heal on its self.
Absolutely.
So I feel that is the only way because there is always a pressure if you are an international cricketer. How much is your
Fast
body is like how much? I remember like it's 70%, 60%. I used to keep telling them or bluffing them that no, I'm ready this much. So that is not the case. You have to be very honest. So it may take somebody, it may take 6 months, somebody may take 2 years.
Yeah.
So you have to accept as a society.
Absolutely, because we are all like thumb impression. We are all individually, we are different. One size doesn't fit all. And very important factor is I'm just slightly deviating from the topic here and slightly getting into my field of expertise is strength and conditioning. Is very important is to design a program what suits every individual according to the sport, according to the skill, and according to specific need of an individual. One man's food is another man's poison. Because more and more we try to copy LeBron James' workout or Cristiano Ronaldo's workout or X, Y, and Z, Messi or Stephen Curry's workout, it doesn't augur well. Have you ever seen Roger Federer's workout? Have you ever seen Usain Bolt's real workout? So these are the things which you get a wrong impression or wrong, information. So very important is if you don't know the subject, if you don't know, accept we don't know. It is nothing to be shameful of. We won't know everything. Even in sport, strength and conditioning, we won't know everything. But whatever we know, try to do it with honesty and integrity. Again, regarding the specificity, I can come back only to cricket, coming back to Bala is how we remodeled the running technique onwards. It started out with the walking, the gait, the postural analysis, the running technique. You run differently with the ball, you run differently without the ball, the force creation, the force dissipation, the agnostic muscles, the antagonistic muscles, the hip shoulder separation, etc., etc. We had to see take everything into consideration. And also the recovery. Recovery is as important as training. Sometimes it's very fashionable to say, I sleep only 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day. You're not trying to impress anybody. Nobody's impressed. End of the day, it has to show on the field. You are an international athlete, you have to perform or perish. As simple as that. There is no, especially when it comes to specific professional performance, there is no emotions attached. You cannot expect sympathy. As Bala said, individual have to take the responsibility. That's why we are called support staff. We have to support, we have to be like a sponge behind to absorb his tensions, his needs and stress for a player. Because every time a player walks inside the dressing room, his mindset is different, the body is different, the entire gait is different. So we should be able to understand that and what situation is there mentally or physically. Again, physically, as far as we get back to Bala, what did he do specific as far as
I think cricketers
being
earns a lot of money now.
especially now within courts, strength and conditioning and loads of things, new things have come into play. Different schools of fitness, different philosophy of fitness have come into play. You don't want to look at one school of fitness and say this is the best and criticize others or vice versa, X, Y, and Z. Because it's a big world out there. And as far as India is concerned, we have to be very realistic about there is no research done yet. I'm sure I'm taking this liberty to tell Nishant and Mr. Sunil Shetty that we should concentrate and focus on loads and loads of data collection because we don't have data collection in India for Indian athletes, especially the physiological aspect of it. So, and the fitness aspect of it. We borrow it from Australia, we borrow from America, UK, South Africa, and other countries and set the parameter for India. How can it be? It cannot be. Because do we eat the same food as what they are eating? No. Why only training then? So we have to understand that, and it's a brilliant, nutrition lecture which we heard. It's quite, interesting to learn loads of things. Now coming back to Bala, as far as your training is concerned, your belief in fitness for fast bowlers.
I think after my injury opened my eyes. I think after that I become more and more sensible person because before that I was different. After that I started to listen to my body. So there was a time where my body signals me, you cannot do this. So I avoided during at least I took the initial little smaller steps where my body is being protected, insured. So I started respecting my body more because that injury, 3 years missing cricket meant a lot to me, in fact, because missing 3 years, peak of your career, your last series was 16 wickets against Pakistan, again home series, 9-wicket haul, and suddenly trying to make a comeback, again want to wear that white shirt, like test cricket shirt. So it makes me understand every detail of a sports person, study books, and take initiative as a sports person. You should not only depend on others' inputs, you should also have that knowledge of, because it's your career. Absolutely. It's your career, you take that hard effort, you look after your body and be sensible. There is the no aspect in India, most of the time when the coach asks you to bowl the extra set of bowling in the nets, you need to be open enough to say no sometimes because you have to respond to your body. Sometimes you have to, cannot be just like that taking your body for granted. So that's when I feel as a coach now, I'm part of CSK and part of Tamil Nadu cricket before. So I understood how the mind and body of a youngster, so they need to be really educated from very young age, and people like you can protect many careers. Absolutely, because everybody is an expert here. everybody can save many cricketers' future and I mean, make a Olympian out of
cricketers,
here.
yeah.
So, because some of the little things makes a huge difference in sports person careers. So, I thank Nishant for having me here, and it was wonderful. But because I have no hesitation when you call me, and thank you very much for giving this opportunity.
And
Nishant.
one
Thanks.
more thing, last thing, I remember Brett Lee quoting this 2 years back, if I'm not wrong. Somebody asked, one of the media person asked, could you tell me why fast bowlers are getting injured very often nowadays than before? You know what the answer was? The fast bowling department has been handed over to strength and conditioning department rather than the coaches. So, you know, it can be a shame. You know, we are there as an SNC and we have to produce athletes and we cannot get into the coaches' domain. Coaches are the ultimate. We have to go according to the coaches. From our professional point of view, we need to go according to the coaches' requirements. You know, they are the hub, we are all the spokes. So very important and specific point I would like to make is to have a brilliant synergy between all the support staff, which is far from reality in India, because there's so many factors. So many factors. We all know what the factors are, and it's all there in the PPT. If you want any copies, please contact Uday, and all the information is there. There are a lot of positives in the country. One of my first positive, what I can think right away is this conference, and loads of negative. So idea is to bring more positive into the system by more interaction, bringing more brains into the system, more research, more data collection, so that our athletes are protected and excel in other sport, and not only cricket and Olympic sport, because it's a crying need. We have a phenomenal initiative, and that's what I have to say as far as these things are concerned. Any questions and anything? Maybe I'll take just 2 questions. Somebody can, 2 questions to Bala and 1 question to anybody? Oh, all understood. Very good. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank
Have
you.
a lovely
Thank you
day.
for everything.
Thank
Yeah.
you.